Всем привет, друзья! Мы продолжаем играть во второй Kingdom Come Deliverance, и мы отправляемся на поиски Павлены. Точнее, мы уже по сути знаем, где она. Я отправляюсь сейчас на ее конкретное спасение. На карте флажок у меня стоит. А это я оставил, чтобы добраться до моей лошадки. Очень надеюсь, что Павлена жива, потому что, приятная девушка, добрая вроде. Не хочется, чтобы она просто так погибла из-за какой-то, откровенно говоря, хрени. Не понять бы, как он ее утащил и куда. Сейчас ночь, ни хрена не видно, непонятно. Факел не прям чтобы сильно освещает дорогу. Это вижу. Я собака.
Stop there! Don't come any closer, or I'll cut her throat. I swear to God, don't try any tricks. Don't move, you horse son. Who the fuck are you?
My name is Henry. I'm from Skalitz.
And what the fuck do you want here, Henry of Scarlets? Who sent you?
First, tell me who you are. We're Christians. We can talk things over, can't we?
What are you playing at? My name is none of your fucking business.
Her mother sent me. She's worried about Pavlena.
Shit. I might have known that old witch would send someone. Kurva. I never wanted it to end like this. You gotta believe me. I just wanted to give Pavlena a scare, but then that fool Roman got mixed up in it and... I never meant to kill anyone. Shit.
Take it easy.
Don't fucking tell me to take it easy. How did you get here? My dog Bristly was guarding the entrance. What did you do to him, you bastard? And where's my brother? He should have been here long ago. Talk, or I'll slit her throat.
Your dog was outside, all right, but he paid no attention to me. It's always been like that with me and dogs. I suppose I smell good to them.
Horse shit. You stink even to me, and Bristly would never let you past him. I'll deal with you when I finish with this.
Так она меня реально не приметила.
I met your brother, and when he realized I knew everything, he ran off to the bailiff himself, rather than face me. And you ought to do the same. I've chewed up and spat out the likes of you.
Да что ты говоришь, блядь?
Have you even seen my brother? He's twice as tough as you are, and he'd never run from you. I don't know what your game is, but try something else like that, and the two of you will be sorry.
Блядь, что за игра ебанутая?
Listen, you have to let Pavlena go. She's pregnant. She's expecting Roman's child.
What? How do you know?
Roman told Dushko, and Dushko told me.
Oh, shit. We killed the baby's father.
Let the girl go. She's suffered enough.
All right, I'll let her go. But on one condition. You'll let me walk away. Will you promise that?
You have my word. Just set her free.
All right. All right. All right. Just take it easy.
You swine!
I'm letting her go.
Die!
Look!
Die! Die! That's for Roman! You bastard!
Ого. Вау.
You killed him? But he let you go.
So what? He deserved nothing better.
No, you're right. He had it coming.
Yes, for what he did to Roman. I have to get out of here. Will you take me back home?
Sorry, but I want to clear something up before we go.
What's that?
Are you really expecting a child? And is Roman the father?
Yes, it's true. Me and Roman wanted to get married and go somewhere far away. With Ma too, of course. But you won't tell Ma about the baby, will you? Please.
Как ты будешь его
I want you to
скрывать?
know.
Ma knows how to get rid of a baby in a situation like this.
Ага.
She might want to, but I don't want that.
Don't worry. I won't breathe a word to anyone.
All right.
Are you alright? You're not hurt?
No, I'm fine. Just a few scratches. It's nothing.
Do you know why they wanted to hurt you?
Yakesh put them up to it. For a long time after they chased us out. I didn't dare go to Troskovitz. Ma always warned me not to. Only then, I met Roman. I should have known the people there hadn't forgotten about us. And that Yakesh still wanted revenge.
How did you get here?
Me and Roman were going down to the stream. He went back to get something, and I went on ahead. Those two bastards jumped me by the stream. I don't know what they wanted to do to me, but Roman stepped in. Only one of them grabbed a rock and...
I know. You don't have to say any more.
When it was all over and Roman was lying on the ground, Otter tied me up and dragged me here. I tried to make a run for it, but that bastard set his dog on me.
Tell me something about Roman. What was he like?
He was a woodcutter in Troskovitz. We were... together. Sorry. I can't talk about it now.
What exactly happened? How did Roman die?
He was trying to protect me. If he hadn't come along, I don't know what those beasts would have done to me. Only that big brute grabbed a rock and smashed Roman over the head with it. He fell straight to the ground. I could swear he was looking at me the whole time, even though he was lifeless, like he was trying to tell me to run.
That's all I need to know.
So, can we please go now?
We can go. I'll go with you.
Good. I don't want to spend another moment here.
Of course.
Let's go then.
Я ду... Бля, я солтать его хотел. В итоге мы так быстро втопили,
Here we are.
пиздец.
Pavlena's fine.
Pavlena, let me look. Are you all right?
I'm fine, Ma. They...
They abducted her.
God almighty. Who would do such a thing?
They were hired hands from Troskovitz.
And did they do anything to you?
No, they just tied me up. But they were Yakesh's hands. They would have killed me.
Yakesh. I might have known he wouldn't leave us in peace. Hasn't he hurt us enough already? Isn't it enough that we have to live here because of him?
Ma.
I knew it would come to this. Henry, I need one last service from you.
I'd be glad to help.
Yakesh is to blame for everything. For us being driven out, for Pavlena being abducted.
And for everything else.
Everything leads back to him and his old hatred. We'll never have peace as long as he's alive.
What are you trying to say?
I want you to kill him.
What? Are you serious?
Yes. It's either him or us.
What happened between you and Yakesh?
That's old history.
It was because of him that they drove us out of Troskovitz.
You lived in Troskovitz?
For generations. I was the midwife there for years, just like my ma before me. So many children we brought into the world. Yakesh's too, except for one.
What happened?
The birth started sooner than it should have, and Yakesh didn't send for us on time. He thought since Ludmilla had already given birth to 3 children, she'd manage the 4th on her own. Little Marushka came to get us, though, but by the time we arrived, it was looking bad. I did what I could. I gave her poultices and herbs to inhale, but the child was feet first and wouldn't come out. No matter what we did, it clung on and wouldn't budge. In the end, it died. When we finally got it out, it was too late.
He was, ripped apart. I remember that.
Pavlena. It was a boy. Yakesh's only son. He wouldn't listen. He had to look at him. Right after, he threw us out. Ludmilla died during the night, probably all alone, from exhaustion and pain, or maybe distress. Yakesh blamed us for everything, and the whole village listened to him. They drove us out.
Past the boundary stone.
Yakesh turned all his anger and hatred against us. But it was us who tried to save his son.
I don't think it was your fault. These things just happen in life sometimes.
Aye. Everyone dies.
Yes.
Bozhena, don't you know that that path leads nowhere good? They hurt Pavlena, yes, but you mustn't do anything. Murder is a sin.
No, Henry. Enough is enough. When Yakesh accused us of killing his son, I did nothing. When they drove us out of the village, I did nothing. When we had to forage in the woods to survive and spent the winter shivering over dying embers, I did nothing. And now, when Yakesh tried to kill my daughter, you tell me I should do nothing? No, lad. This can't go on.
And what if someone then avenges Yakesh's death on you?
Let them. I've had enough. Why would I make peace with someone who only wants to hurt us?
I don't know. There's just been enough death already. When is it going to end?
It'll end with Yakesh's death. There's no other way. If you think you can convince Yakesh, go ahead and try. But I can tell you now, it'll come to nothing.
I'm not getting involved in any murder as long as there's a chance of talking it over. I'll try to patch things up between you and Yakesh, even if you don't think it'll work out.
As you wish. But when you fail, you'll know what needs to be done. Otherwise, this will never end.
Нифига себе здесь линия у них, конечно, не маленькая. Ебать. А мне поспать нельзя нигде, что ли? Ну, вы, конечно, молодцы. И еды нету. А ты бы умылась сначала. Легла в крови. О, отлично.
God bless. God be with you.
Только вот проблемка, я теперь без лошади. Да. Круто, круто. Давайте с Якишем поговорим сразу же.
I'll be keeping an eye on you. What did I do to you?
God bless you.
What are you doing with that weapon? Slide it back under your belt.
What? It's
Look
not
at
like
them
they'll eat
human
anything of
horsons.
yours.
They think they...
Your farmhand murdered Roman and abducted Pavlena, the herb woman's daughter.
What? What the hell are you talking about?
Straw admitted everything, so I dealt with him according to the law.
Jesus Christ! Why would they do something like that?
They did it to get in your good books. For taking revenge on Bojena.
My God! I never wanted anything like that. When I get drunk, I curse her, aye, but I never wanted anyone to kidnap her daughter or murder anyone. I didn't put anyone up to it. They did it on their own, and it's their own bloody fault. Jesus Christ! That's the last thing we need, a mess like this. I have to square things up with Thrush. Human swine. You think you own the place, do you?
Bastards. Someone should kick their asses. Really clip those fuckers' wings. Look at them human horsons. They think they can do whatever they want.
Christ.
The nerve
Where
of
did I
them
put it?
showing their
Look, I know relations between you and Bojena the herb woman aren't good. But it's time to put an end to the animosity.
Where are you going with this? That witch deserves no pity.
I understand your bitterness, and I'm sorry about your son. Bojena would certainly have saved him if she could, but whatever happened between you, it has to end now. Bojena came very close to losing her daughter on account of your feud.
Your farmhands abducted her. They killed her sweetheart.
But I had nothing to do with that. They did it of their own free will, not on my orders.
That means nothing. They did it because of you. They wanted you to be indebted to them.
But that's not my fault. And I don't see why I should have to make up with Bojena on account of it.
Listen, I know a thing or two about revenge. And believe me, sometimes you just have to say enough and turn the other cheek. Because otherwise, it will never end.
You know nothing. I can't simply forgive her.
Well, then do it on account of Pavlena. After all, she's not to blame for anything. But she's the one who's suffering most from your feud.
No, it's not on. I won't have you preach to me.
Блядь. Пиздец тебе, старый уёбок.
As you wish. I won't try to convince you.
Yeah, you'll be wasting your time. Don't bother me again.
Enough of them showing their goat faces around here. Someone should teach them how
Ну, точно грохнул. Мерзкий старый ублюдок, блядь. Красноречие прокачал. Блядь, все варианты в этом видео, что я выбирал, абсолютно все, они все провальные были. Это вообще пиздец какой-то. Хоть иди и просто ни с кем не разговаривай.
someone should kick their asses. Really clip those fuckers' wings.
Понятно, что средь бела дня его не грохну.
And we won't have any problem.
Но ночи ждать тоже не буду специально. То есть переключусь пока на другое задание. А на какое? Это все далеко. Не-не, в божение пока не пойду. Я сначала грохну этого ублюдка, а потом уже пойду в божение. Урод, блядь. Пытаешься... О, до корчмы схожу. Как-то нормально решить вопрос, поговорить. А в итоге ничего не получается, потому что... Иногда себя люди ведут просто как упертые уебаны. На нее сесть нельзя. До своей лошади дойти, я думал, кстати. Но это... Еще же дольше идти, правильно, чем... А, хотя нет, подожди-ка. Где-то здесь получается. Ладно, давайте прогуляемся, пробежимся, что ли. Как раз подумаю насчет Якиша. Хотя, по сути, что тут думать? Я с ним попытался поговорить. Он слушать не хочет ничего. Как бы, вот и все. Ой. Пережрал.
What the hell? Raus, du Bastard! Was wünschst du?
Show me your way.
Продать хочу. Не испортится скоро.
I'd like to do something about that.
Good.
Do you accept?
That's more like it. Sehr good. I can agree. Thank you and take care. What a nice day.
Я немного продал, да. Я хотел у себя вес скинуть посильнее, но не получается. Алкоголь повышает некоторые характеристики. Круто. Блин, может в жопу эту лошадь? Мне уже до нее наскучило идти. Может также угнать какую-нибудь еще? Ну, по крайней мере, не здесь это делать. В первой части гораздо все проще было. В том плане, что лошадь достать. Она у тебя просто появлялась по сюжету. И все.
This one is sharpened already.
Осталось уже наточено. Так я видел, там была разница такая нехилая вроде. А, 96. Ладно. Да, все нормально.
That's a beautiful bull you've got there. You don't see an animal like that every day.
Aye, and nothing is the finest animal far and wide. He wasn't cheap either.
What's an animal like that worth, anyway?
A big strong bull like him, and pure white too. At least a dozen cows. No, make that 2 dozen. That's why I keep a close eye on him. I have the barn guarded all night. Say, you're a bit too interested in a Gnostic. What's this about?
I'm just curious. Can you blame me? I had a dream the other day, and in this dream, I saw a great white bull. So when I saw Orishtek, I thought to myself, bloody hell, that must mean something. And now I'm trying to get to the bottom of it.
Look, I may be old, but I ain't.
Да почему, блядь, мне никто не верит?
Bullshit. Piss off.
Пиздец.
Beat you black and blue.
Вот ты пизду. Мне, блядь, в этой игре вообще проще ни с кем не разговаривать. Какой бы вариант ни выбрал, все провально. Охуенно просто.
Keep the peace.
and we won't have any problems.
God be with you. My dog got lost not far from here. Did you see him by any chance?
I haven't seen any dogs round here for a while, but I hear there's wolves in the forest causing problems. Just the other day, a shepherd boy from Copenina complained that his sheep were being eaten by the flea-ridden beasts.
Where can I find this shepherd?
Siegfried? He has a hut at Copenina. It's just below the castle, on the back slope of the hill.
And you haven't heard anything else about wild dogs?
Here, in the tavern? No. But there was a fella here who gets by doing a bit of poaching. He said once he was hunting when, right in front of him, a large pack attacked a deer. A mix of wolves and dogs, he said. That's not something you see every day.
Do you know where that was?
How would I know where he goes hunting? But I'd say it was in the forest.
I saw you have quite a nice bull here.
Do you mean the white one? It belongs to old Olbram. Or rather, Olbram belongs to the bull. The old geezer don't have nothing else on his mind besides that bull of his. He barely even comes to the inn anymore because he's always watching it.
Do you think Olbram would sell the bull?
Who's asking? You? Take a look at yourself. You look like you just crawled out of the
Да не
cow.
бывает, не общаются так в жизни люди. Что за хуйня вообще конченая? Бля, ой, пизду.
He watches the bull. How so?
He has his farmhands stand outside the barn with lanterns all night, keeping watch. I can't really blame him. An animal like that is a real rarity. I just feel sorry for the lads.
Excuse me, I'm looking for a friend of mine. He's not from round here, but...
Let me guess. A dirty ruffian who ain't got a groschen to his name but acts like he owns the bloody place.
He was here then?
Aye, he was. He was larging it up, good and proper, and then he found some lads who paid his bill, unfortunately.
What do you mean by that? Why unfortunately?
Because they're right ruffians who are always up to no good. But still, birds of a feather, eh? In the end, they left like best pals.
Заебись, он компашку
No
нашел.
idea where they went.
What's going on around here, innkeeper?
You're not going to believe this, but 2 local lads claim they found a water goblin's treasure.
You have a water goblin here?
It would be a wonder if we didn't, with all the ponds around. He's got a hut nearby. If you follow the right bank of the Rock Tower Pond, you'll find it hidden in the reeds.
Where did you say the water goblin's hut was?
If you follow the right bank...
And what did they find there? Are you sure they didn't make it up?
I thought so too at first. They're foolish lads, so I wouldn't be surprised. But then they ordered wine and paid with silver. Their purse was jingling with groschen.
Would you happen to know where I could find these lads?
They often swim at the other side of the Rock Tower Pond. There's a pier there by the dam. That's their spot.
Any other news?
Recently, a bunch of charcoal burners who have their kilns on the hill above the Kerchak Pond came here to have a beer. I started talking to them and they told me they almost didn't make it.
Why?
They said a pack of wolves came after them.
Aren't wolves afraid of people?
That's what I thought too. It's strange.
Did they tell you where it happened?
In a gorge above the Rock Tower Pond. They noticed the wolves watching them from the rocks. If you climb up those rocks, you'll be able to see the whole pond from there.
Did they tell you how large the pack was?
They mentioned 3 wolves, but God knows if that's all of them.
Do you have any more news?
By the way, we've put together this wee fight club here. Would you like to try it?
That sounds good. What's it about?
It actually came about by chance when the miller Crazel and me bet on who has the stronger hired hands. Then other blokes from the village joined in, and it's become somewhat of a tradition. By the way, old Olbram from Zheleov keeps complaining about the Takovites. If you go and see him, I'm sure he'll tell you more about it. But, well, he takes a bit of getting used to, though.
Oh? What do you mean?
You'll see. I mean, here, and that's pretty much everything.
Thanks, innkeeper. That sounds interesting. Tell me more about these fights of yours.
It's really quite simple. You bet some money and fight against 3 blokes in turn. Our first fighter is Hans, a local musician. He may not look like much, but he knows a few tricks. Then we have Bohunek here. He works with horses, so he has more than enough strength to spare. And then there's Fiala. A good bloke, but Dorothy, his wife, has forbidden him from fighting.
Так, ну ладно. На этом будем заканчивать. Продолжим, как обычно, завтра. Я надеюсь найти Барбоса, но... Блин, как же тут все... Много. Много всего. Всем спасибо за просмотр. Ставьте лайки, подписывайтесь, а главное комментируйте, чтобы я мог с вами общаться. До скорых встреч.